Oh, for the love of God. Right. Well, welcome along to this Formula E edition of Formula 1 2019
I was
around
about to say, I don't know.
Hungary. I'll take the Belgian roll. The Belgian roll? Fuck it. Belgian roll. The bacon. Oh my word.
I don't have game sound
No
either.
game audio.
This is ridiculous.
This is abysmal.
I'm going to assume there's more because people like Jinx and Callum just
Yeah.
left the session. Oh, this game. Codemasters. Fix it.
It's like... I mean, I know we haven't been here for 2 weeks, but this is not on us. Like, honestly,
Yeah,
what are we meant to do?
not. But look, we'll just continue on. Let's just do the intro. Yes, welcome to Hungary. The track that, if you like it, I'm gonna call you weird. And I am joining Mackie in the box as always. My name is HLG, and I'm on board with Button as it currently stands. And instead of commentating on how he's gonna do his lap, I'm gonna sit here and do his sounds room. Ready? There you go. I can't bother anymore.
It's very reminiscent of a super fast car with the effing V12s. Anyway, I appear to have fixed my audio issues, and there comes some rain.
How have you fixed your audio? I have. Oh god, there is rain.
I pressed pause,
I did that. I'm not getting.
left it for about 10 seconds, and then it fixed itself. But I was still on board with Button as you're doing those glorious sounds, and again, raining. It's gonna be chaos now. As
It's gonna be
scrambled to
absolute
get a lap
chaos.
in.
Those that have come out on the softs, I'm a little bit surprised. Softs are a horrendous tyre to start on around here. Softs are just a horrendous tyre for this track, to be honest.
They are, but in these conditions, they are the best tyre to be on. I found that out myself yesterday.
Oh, I have a little bit of sound.
Well, that's good. F1 Cesar's back.
Actually, no, do you know
feels
what
like forever ago since he was here. Yeah, what's that?
I'm hearing the rain. I'm not hearing the car. I hear the
Holy
rain.
crap! Rain has sound. Cesar's been smart, gone out in the mediums. You don't want to start on that tyre. Here comes the artist formerly known as ILRT Jason, I believe. It's an anonymous Damig 3. Really tight to that curb there as he comes around the final corner now as Giant goes 117 tree.
Yeah, Anonymous comes up into 6th. Not a great time, to be honest with you. As the newcomer, who's currently a reserve, who's literally just been added to the chat, comes in on the softs and does a 17-1. Very good lap by him. Although some people on the mediums aren't too far off, so I think that's saying something right now.
I'm sad though.
Why?
Because it's yet another week. I cannot ask car person which radioactive car he was bitten by as a child.
That I don't care. We're doing it by the end of the season, even if we have to invite him in the last race just to say, hey, this is a question we wanted to ask you this season. I'm gonna make sure it's done. So, car person, if you're watching this, if we haven't had a thingy podium talk with you by the end of the season, you're getting an invite anyway.
Yes, Turismo out there, so apologies ILR management. We will go rogue on that one. But first,
there's a car on the wall.
We started off the season with the car on the wall.
Jinx.
Yeah, that would be Jinx. Careful not to get disqualified.
Recently gone to no assists, but sticking in this tier. Like no line, should I say? Like no assists, no line, because there's already no assists. I know what I meant.
Yep, we all know what you meant, and that's how he came across. As Mystic, Callum G's had enough.
Yep, I can't
Actually,
believe
no, he
rain
hasn't.
has sound.
He's in a wall. I think he just finished a lap and either retired on track. Yes, he did finish a lap. pretty sure he
into
must
the
have retired
pits.
on track.
It's definitely not wet enough to say, hey, the dries aren't any good still. So you could see another person, people come out and going on them, like Clenzo. There you go, coming out on.
Yeah. I have experience. This is as wet as it ever got for me yesterday on the PS4 side of things. This is as wet as it ever got in quali. So yeah, good luck, drivers. Still want to know what a Belgian roll is. What a tit! I ruined the start of the stream with that joke, didn't I? Goodness me.
Right, I'm going to, Kenzo hasn't started a lap yet, but when he comes around to start one, he's going to be the man I'm going to be on board with, so...
Okay.
No pressure in your Mercedes, sir, but all eyes are on you.
Moment, all eyes are on the Alpha of, Chris.
Oh, Jinx is retired. Okay.
Jinx is in the
So
pit lane.
he's starting at the back then.
Clever move.
Alright, here we go. Clenzo's coming around the final corner as we speak, so he's getting ready to start his lap. And here we go, opens his DRS. There's a little twitch coming up the final corner, so it's definitely slippy out there. But as he's going to come into turn 1, he's going to leave it in 7th the whole way down the straight. And down to 3rd for turn 1. You want to touch that apex, but push it out wide as you come out. Which he does do it quite nicely. As he now comes down into turn 2. The long sweeping left-hander. He goes down to 2nd briefly. That's an interesting choice, I have to say, as you come through turn 3. Now, this is the tricky part, as St. Norris has finally joined us, so he will have no setup for the race, interestingly enough, thanks to the park firming rules.
Sir.
But as there you go, he's coming through. Clenzo did the tricky tricky section quite nicely there as he comes now into the chicane. You want to touch both apexes, as he does, but not run too wide on exit. He's actually done that pretty perfect. Leave it in full for both of these as he comes out a little bit wide. That could have been an invalidation, and I think it was because he's gone down to 0 ERS.
It could well have been, as people are retiring all over the place here. I'm not too sure what's going on. Giant, there's another one, but he's pretty confident that the track's not going to improve and that time will be good enough.
It's not just that,
he probably doesn't want to
run on any other tyres.
No, exactly.
He's in a good position on those mediums as it stands, so he's in a great position.
Kenzo retires in the pit lane before he even gets to the box, so I guess this is as good as it's ever going to get.
Deer Hunter retires as well. He's up
Legends into the pits. I think this might be the show. Oh dear!
Ooh, I think he tried to make it into the pits there and messed it up. There you go. He's now got himself in there.
Retired before he can press retire. Was Morris?
Oh, this could be, as you were about to say, the shortest qualifying session we've had. As he's come in.
Button is on a lap, or on turn 1 on the hard.
Yeah, but it looks like he's all over the
place.
I think grip is all gone, you know. I think that's
no
what
grip,
we're seeing here.
If you're going to find grip, you would be on the soft tyre. No one wants to do that, so I guess this is going to be a slow marauder back to the pit lane.
Mystic has come back out.
Mystic is out, but that's not going to end well.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Mystic on his out lap and see what happens for him here, but it's looking a bit twitchy out there, that's for sure. I'm surprised we haven't seen pretty much everyone else retire so far, as Barry's now come back out. I didn't want to mention his name, but
I can't look at him.
Now, so.
Actually, I don't think if it happens, it'll be on me right now. Conditions are so bad.
Oh, there you go. There's Mystic. Oh, you very well. So fucking cool. He caught that very well. Oh, now he's on the grass.
Oh,
and
not so much.
Okay, never mind. Sorry, Mystic. That's on me, mate.
That's retired on track. That's not really
not ideal, but Bart's going to go around again by the looks of things.
Well, good luck to you, sir. Seems like a fruitless endeavour. Of course, we have no idea what the conditions are going to be for the race. But
I'd like to point out, IGN Legends, his best time is on the hards, and he's currently sat 6th.
yeah,
He could be doing the back-to-front strategy that may put him further forward in this race.
it may well do. But if he gets his confidence up, he can have a strong result here. But Button's decided no ERS, so he's obviously invalidated somewhere on the line. As Barry decides, I can't be arsed with this.
Yep, he's done. He's coming into the pits. It's probably going to be a retirement, I'd imagine.
Let's just see what happens, I guess. But yeah, I'd be surprised if anybody else leaves the pit lane.
I mean,
Having said that,
damage coming up in the inters.
I mean, I don't know what that is
DRS
for, but
disabled.
okay,
There you go. Nobody will be setting a fastest lap
well,
now.
I guess
I can guarantee it. You know, Legends is retired. Surprised we haven't seen Barton and Barry retire yet, to be honest with you.
Button's still on track for now, but he will retire in about 10 seconds, presumably.
We're getting very close to this not
Get
being
in the pit lane
the shortest
first.
qualifying we've ever seen. I was expecting it to be, but even damage on the inters is struggling to hit the kart end, to be honest. So
Well, the only car on track. Still doesn't help. Don't know what the weather's going to be for the bit of the whole weekend that actually matters.
well,
You don't get points for qualifying.
With the fact that so many people have done their lap on mediums, tells me it's going to be dry for at least the start of the race.
Yeah.
And at least a good stint at the start of the race, because otherwise you would just go on to the softs.
Exactly, I was going to say, the fact that only 2 people have gone softs tells me it's a majority dry race at this stage. But Anonymous is going to go for a lap on the inters anyway, although Barry's retired. Yeah, and that's not on us. Let's make that clear. He's done that in the pit lane himself. It's not on us.
Let's have a look at this. Yeah, that's definitely not on us. Let's have a look at damage during the lap. He's done a first in the first corner. It's just...
There's no traction at all. There's no traction, even on the inters. I think it's
There's no turning and
it's brave, but I think it's time to just give up.
He didn't lose the back wheel from that. How? How has he not lost the back wheel? He clattered the wall.
He's going to get disqualified now.
You don't get
Every other
disqualified,
time that would
so
be a disqualification. Well, I mean, if he does get disqualified, Mystic will be happy. Fresh tyres.
I mean, fresh tyres in 10th, yeah. No, actually, would it be fresh tyres, though?
It would be, because he qualified outside the top 10, so you can choose.
But he would be pushed into the top
promoted.
10 with him being disqualified.
No. Would he?
Yes.
I'm confused.
If you get disqualified,
but
it pushes you right to the back.
Then he's qualified outside, hasn't he? Technically, or would he then
Because
offer
everyone behind him
disqualification?
everyone behind the damage, if he got disqualified, would have been pushed up.
What are rules?
He wanted, no one cares. Oh, you boo, you catch it. Yes.
Tell you what. Didn't realise we were playing Dirt Rally 2.0, but this is sensational stuff.
As he's out wide again, he's really struggling. Is he going to go for a nice little drift through here? He's down a second gear. As he's going to put the power down now. No. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Is he going to run again?
Oh, you mad, sir.
Sir,
He's
what are
having
you
fun.
doing? Oh, but...
My God. I feel like...
Not improving. It's just not going to happen. So he comes into turn 1. Is he going down the first gear? There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I have game sound again! Yes!
That was chaos. Are you sure it's not just the rain you can hear? I'm still baffled by that, to be honest. Just don't get any rain on my Belgian roll. There, screw it. I mean, you have more time to do a rundown if you want.
Oh, yes. Rundown. Waiting for it to come on my list.
It's been a while, I know, but...
I know, I even forgot about Rundown then. I'm still waiting for things to load though. This is a good start.
Well, I won't do it because there's only 5 seconds left apparently. But Jinx didn't qualify, everyone else did, and we'll give you the grid when we get to it. There we go.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just do the rundown when we're on the thing because I got nothing come up on my screen.
That is Codemaster's finest.
Yeah, I'll wait till the formation lap. That gives me something to do on the formation lap.
Don't worry, Esports ready. Still good.
Oh yeah, Esports ready getting this. 100%. But yeah, looks like it's definitely starting dry, so let's have a look at this. We'll go from tyre strategies real quick while we're sat here. We have
Jose's not
new guy,
messing
Yellow
about.
Gamer, and Deer Hunter on the softs. Then on the mediums, you got the Giant, Cesala, Jose, Anonymous Damage, Callum, Mystic Barry, Chris, Norris, and then you got Jinx. Oh no, Chris just switched to the hards in mine, so you got Jinx, Chris, Button, Legends, Cleanso on the hards.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Right, here we go. Here's the
cars are
rundown
spawning
for-
in as they accelerate. It's like being on GTA. It's insanity. Just to prove the rundown that he was talking about, as we couldn't see it from my vantage point.
Yes,
Tyres are all every car.
Every guy. I like it.
Sync Norris at the back with no setup.
Yeah, Sync Norris is
luck,
going to have
sir.
fun. Let me do my rundown here real quick. We're
Actually,
considering
you know what? 6-6 won't be too bad round here. In all fairness,
6-6 will not be horrendous,
won't be ideal,
but it'll be the suspension and everything else that will be hurting him during this race. But here we go. Here from the back, we have, as we say, Sync Norris. Then, of all of the qualifiers, you got Jinx, who did not set a lap. Then you got Chris, Barry, Mystic, and then top 10, Button, Callum, Damage, Jose, Legends, Cleanso, Cesala, Deer Hunter, Giant, and newcomer YOLO, when in his first race, getting himself on pole. And we're migrating host.
That's terrible. Just.
He's completely gone offline.
That's not what you want to see, but that can't be.
I think. Oh no, he says 2 hours ago, so maybe he hasn't. Maybe he's just putting himself on.
The curse cannot be that bad.
I mean,
the minute we show up after a break, he can't even connect to the lobby. It cannot surely be that bad. If this carries on, he's going to request we go do another tier. Got a feeling.
I tell you what, we'll swap with the guys in tier 5. There you go.
Okay.
And I'll
Deal.
be the guy that can no longer be tagged in the Twitters because there's not enough spaces. Because I had it last season anyway. There we go. All the cars lining up on the grid. And we're going to get ready to go. Can I have a different camera angle, please? There we go. As we're at 5 red lights. I got all the red lights this time. And the red lights have dropped. And away they go. That was actually pretty in sync on my one. I'm not going to lie. But Yellow Gamer getting a good launch with Giant Cesala being side by side as teammates with the Mercedes of Cleanso. Having a look at Deer Hunter. Ooh, there we go. Yep. He's managed to. Cleanso done a very good launch on those hards, I have to say. Legends keeping himself in 6th as well. So hard tyres not proving too bad off of the line as we have a yellow flag or red. Okay.
There's carnage in the backfield.
A virtual safety car has happened.
Legends has gone off. Deer
Hunter's done.
Manual.
Cleanso's often going to assume terminal from what's been seen. I'm wondering.
I saw Deer Hunter driving off. Manual retirement. Maybe this is a restart because of the lobby problem. I don't know. We'll see shortly, but we'll keep giving you the action. It seemed ghosted to me, so I'm not sure he would have done anything to do with that. But yeah, it's an interesting thing to consider. Absolutely.
Actually, it looks like we've got racing again. I didn't even realise the virtual safety car had ended.
Yeah, neither had I.
It's a very quick VST ending, but here we go. Yellow Gamer's going to look to pull the lead. He's going to have to do some real work starting on those softs, they will die very, very quickly. So I'd be surprised if he's even going to attempt to pull the one stop off.
It's possible. Softs
Possible.
are hard, possible.
But it's horrendous.
Stupid, but possible. Yes, I did it for 2 points yesterday. Go watch the stream. It's on the ILR YouTube. Anyway, enough of that. I feel like that VSC was almost as quick as our qualifying session.
You yeah. It was a rather quick VSC. Like, everyone would have been like, "Oh, if I'm safe with fuel." And I didn't really get a chance to use any ERS, but I'll bring it back up to 100%. Why not? And then it was suddenly going again. So I mean, you know. But Yolo pulling a little bit of a gap here now from Cesala. He's starting to use those soft tyres as always. The Giant runs a little bit wide. There's a bit of a battle going on here. Sink Norris, I have to say, absolutely blinding Sir himself up into 8th. Little touch of the grass from him though. He's having a little bit back end problem, but I'm not surprised considering he has 6 rear wing. I know that I normally use a 7.8 as he's always made a mistake. This has put Jinx on the back of him.
There's a yellow flags, the Renault fan on the field somewhere.
I'm not
Passing
seeing anyone drop back.
Ferrari.
There we go.
5-second penalty. Repeat manoeuvre. I don't know what. I've been watching too much NFL. I'm sorry. D Hunter's left the session as he was the casualty of the lap 1 incident. No, I think that was turn 3, was it not? Where it all happened? Or turn 4, possibly. But anyway, whenever it was, they lost 2 cars. And yeah. Trying to find someone to focus on. Seems to be a fight between Chris and Damage, and there's also a bit of a 4-car train for
it doesn't
lead,
look like
so we'll
Barry's
focus on that one for now.
from the chat, so Barry's car's just going to be AIing around for this race by the looks of things. But to be fair, his AI car is on the back of Button and Jinx. His AI car hasn't given up. But I think Button is going to be the one to watch for a minute as he's on the rear end of his teammate. As he's going to have a little look here. Jinx has made a mistake. Jinx having a little lock up running wide. Button is really all over his teammate right now, but he just can't seem to find a way past. And that is the thing with Hungary. Hungary is not a great overtaking track. Yes, we have seen previously that people can overtake here, but it's
talking
not
about
fantastic. It's so good,
he's just pulled one off through turn 1.
Button as well. He's about to fucking manage this. He got a fantastic undercut into the final turn, and now he's going to have him into
side by
turn
side.
1.
I'm sitting here next to a massive side-by-side racing around this track, by the way, just so you're aware.
Button managed to get his move done on Jinx, and Cesala and Yolo came up.
Oh dear! Oh my lord,
contact.
that's not gone well.
I think there's some front wing damage
God.
there.
Oh Jesus, there's going to be a party in the pit lane in a minute. A little bit of hard racing, and Mystic is on the back of this shortly if they carry on. Oh, hello. Nice slide, nice save, Jose. He seems really up for this one. Let's hope I haven't spoke too soon on that one, but...
Tell you what, I think Giant's going to be looking to line up his teammate in a minute. He's
Which one of them has damage?
I don't know. I don't know if either of them have damage.
Someone definitely lost a chunk of
I think it was the Renault
somewhere.
that lost. Yeah, look, it's the Renault. He's going in.
Oh yeah, yellow.
Change,
Yeah.
So
Okay, so that's what it was.
it's not ideal. He's he did a great qualifying for his first qualifying in the league, but he's now having to pit early onto the hards, and he's not going to really be able to make those.
They are not going to make the end.
So I think that's his race.
From
pretty much ruined.
8 to the end, and my tyres were absolutely done by the final lap, so he is going to have a whole world of pain to deal with later. But
Jinx is having all masses of issues right now. The AI car of Barry is still on his rear end.
Yeah, it just looks like... It just looks like he's really struggling with that line. But it's the only thing for him to do at the moment, just keep driving, I guess. as we'll have a look on this battle for 5th, 6th, 7th on board with St. Norris.
On board with St. Norris, okay, yep. That's probably a good shout at this point, as the Giant's now fallen back from his teammate a little bit. So this will be the battle as it's both Ferraris chasing down their one of their sister teams who has their engine essentially, and did a nice little driver swap at the end of the last real life season, and now they're going to be battling on track in the game.
They are, and you could see another overtaking to turn 1 from St. Norris.
Yeah, St. Norris, absolutely
That
fantastic
gives you
drive out the
plenty
final
of
turn.
space to turn in.
Do you know what?
There's the 2 Ferraris going side by side.
Maybe we're seeing something here.
It makes it work.
Maybe 6-6 around Hungary is fantastic.
Maybe.
Because you lose some of that rear wing and you've still got the same front wing, which means that you've got a fantastic straight line advantage from those who are running the higher rear wing. And it seems to be getting him turned in as well. And I tell you what, he's doing a fantastic job with that right now.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a far better job than I would with no setup on the car. I like to think that's because I'm pretty lazy and I can't really be bothered to drive a car if it doesn't have the right setup on, but that's just me, I guess. The button is now on the back of this train as well, so this could get very interesting very, very quickly.
It could do. I think we're going to see Norris have a little lineup on Chris soon. As Norris is just taking... He wasn't quite as good through that corner there, but in the majority of these corners he's taken a much better line than Chris, and he's just gaining and gaining as Legends picks himself up for
Legends,
penalty. Legends really pushing at the back there, trying to make the most of his race. Yeah, Norris is going to have to try and make it around the outside this time. No, he's there. That
Damage gets, I don't know what the hell damage did for that naughty engine point. I imagine he got turn 1.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to look. As Norris and Chris still side by side. I'm getting this on board from damage here, as Norris has had to back out of that one, and he's going to stick close to Chris. He's having a little look here. I have proved in other leagues that you can go side by side through this little section of track, but it's not fun. I will promise you that for a fact.
It's absolutely not for the faint-hearted, is it?
It's a scary piece of racing when you do that through that section. So St. Norris has done the right thing. He's sat behind Chris for now, and he'll have a cheeky little look coming through the final sector, more than likely. Maybe even into turn 1 again.
Out of the corner. He may even get it done before then, if he's feeling brave enough.
Yeah, he's had to go on the grass a little bit. That's probably giving him a warning.
Well, that's...
Oh, he's round the outside here, though. As all buttons
damage is there too.
And yeah, that's... There we go, yeah, but St. Norris has done that manoeuvre, and he's, I'd imagine...
no longer have DRS. Chris will get it now, because
Chris is going to get it. Now, all Chris has to really do is try and stick with St. Norris, because St. Norris is on the fastest tyres.
Yeah.
And as long as he can stick with him, he'll be good at the end, because he'll be on the faster tyre. As all buttons...
Oh, there's another overtake going for it. Can he get it done? He'll have to better lie down into the next corner, but
no, he's
side by side.
Damage has done a fantastic job around holding it around the outside. Absolutely
Challenge
fantastic
is in
job.
a U. It's not done yet.
Oh,
that's the auto-spin curb. Don't squeeze him there.
Don't do side by side.
You cannot do this for much longer, sir.
Don't do it.
Don't even...
Oh, no, he's at the
Oh, yeah, he ran out of road. Well, someone in the chat clearly is not aware that Barry is not actually there. But, unlucky.
Oh, well, stay safe.
Come on, Barry.
Oh. Actually, yeah,
we'd agree,
now that Barry's left,
go on, AI car.
Can we curse his AI car?
If his AR car has a crash, then I think we may have a problem. His damage gets all kinds of sideways coming out of the penultimate corner there.
Yeah, Button is here. He could have a little look.
Yeah, still side by side pretty much.
No, damage is still defending that inside. There you go, Button's got a better run.
DRS.
Oh, actually,
a little bit of lag there. And that should be
down the
fast.
inside. All he's got to do is get the drive out of the corner.
There you go.
And there you have it.
Seem to get the struggle.
Whoa,
Oh God! What the
damage? What?
I was going to say, he seems to be struggling to get the power down, but he seems to be struggling to face the right direction now. Jinx is flying out there, but he's down in P13.
Yeah, and he won't be going to the end on those tyres either, so...
No, he won't be.
Yellow Gamer made
get
himself
back
back up into 10th for now, but I still don't think he's going to get those to the end.
No. It's just pretty much impossible from when he came in. Like, if he'd pit now, yeah, go ahead, you can get the hards to the end.
Chris there.
Or maybe even as much as 2 laps ago, but 4 or more, you are going to be in trouble. Time may well explode. But we'll deal with that later on in the race.
Yeah, we'll see what he decides to do.
It's hard to know where to really look, though.
Well, I'm keeping my eye on Button right now, to be honest with you, because Button is caught up to Chris quite quickly, and he has been over the rear end of him. He's just not managed to find a way past. But if we go into turn 1, he's going to have a little cheeky look, I think. Oh, they're both about the same on the brakes, but who's going to get the better drive here? I think this is... Oh my god, this seems like an exact replica of what I did in another league. As he's going around the outside, and they're still side by side. He's going to be looking to do the most time. He's going to have the inside, but is he going to... Oh my god, this is not a replica, please, for the love of God. No, okay, Chris backs out of it. I genuinely thought I was about to watch what the battle I had round there. Oh my god.
It's very reminiscent, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Chris decides better and decides to back out of trying to go side by side through the fast left-hander, and that's given Button the position. And now Button's going to try and chase down Sink Norris.
He's in a world of his own right now.
Yeah, he is really in a
nowhere
world of
near
his own.
anyone.
He's
Just
got 13.5 seconds ahead of him. That's a massive gap to them.
Gaining back into the back of the Giant now, and I think we'll go look at that for a bit. As there's very interesting things going on down in Tier 5 right now. Yeah. Good luck everyone down in Tier 5. Good luck everyone up in Tier 3, 2 and 1. So basically what I'm saying is good luck to everyone that's racing. A couple of people down in Tier 5 that we're familiar with from last season.
Yeah, we're not cursing you this season, do not worry people. We're cursing Barry this season, so you've managed to escape us.
I mean, you could argue the curse is still there because one of the drivers is down in P15, but hey, Sink Norris gets a naughty engine point. Welcome to the club. That's just Chris Jones there, just a moment ago, down in P7.
Yeah, penalties are going to be an interesting one around this track. It's quite easy to pick up penalties around this track, and it's also a really hard track to nail, so we could see a few more appear in these next 24-ish laps.
Yeah, there's a lot of action still to happen. And now we just started to settle into the early pit windows, which you would expect now. No one's pitted yet out of the leaders, but they're not a million miles away from their first stop.
Yeah, they're not far away as you say. As
Anonymous
is in. Yep. So he's decided he's going to go for the early one.
A little earlier than I would imagine, but
yeah,
for
I think
the,
he's struggling a little bit though. So I guess it makes sense.
Unless he had damage we're not aware of.
Possibly. Let's go and have a quick cheeky look at that, shall we?
I still have a quick look on the progress of Jose and the Giant, who are still fighting
didn't have a front
here.
wing change, so I think he was just struggling on those tyres. But yeah, Jose catching up to the Giant. He keeps closing that gap, and then it opens back up to about 6-7 temps. He's
yeah.
I think what he's going to do here is he's going to look at when the Giant pits and tries to gauge it for when he wants to pit. He could follow him in, but I think that's where he would lose time.
I was going to say, do you think one of them's going to go opposites?
I think it would make sense. It's just which one's going to do it. It's Jose's call to make.
First, yeah.
I think it's Jose's call to make whether he goes opposite to the Giant or not. He could decide, right, I'm going to go a lap early. He could decide that when Giant pits, he's going to go an extra lap. And
yeah,
as I said, Jose's kind of cool. The Giant, all the Giant can do is he can keep saying, "I'm going to go for another lap, going to go for another lap," but it'll be Jose's call on who basically gets the first pit, essentially.
it definitely will be.
As Jinx is overtaking
Cazala's
Legends.
just settled in at the front and just is cruising, essentially.
Jinx managing
Gone back
to get
to early
past.
season form.
I think Jinx has given that position back. I think he realised that wasn't quite a fair pass, so him and Legends will still be battling out with Callum just ahead of them as well. It's these three and Jose, and then Jose and the Giant to keep an eye on their gaps for now. Everyone else has got about 2 seconds ish separating them at least. And all of this battling back here is all for the final point at the moment, so it does kind of count for now.
Yep, every point matters. Especially when you don't score many.
Yeah, Legends right on the back of Callum. He's although he's not quite got as good of a drive out of there, so Callum's opened it up a little bit, which then put Jinx on the back of Legends, and both of them running wide. Oh, this is about to get very, very sketchy. Ooh, Jinx tapping the rear end of Callum there. Surprised he didn't get front wing damage from that, to be honest with you. Yeah, these three going another lap. Well, Jinx will definitely be going another lap. It's going to be Legends out of these three who probably pits first. More than likely going to pit first. I say this is for the final point. Barry would realistically be disqualified from this. So realistically, it's for the final few points.
Point or two. Yeah. As it stands, one of these guys is not getting a point. But there's a lot of race still to happen, and a lot could still change.
Oh, Jinx on Legends. He's flown past him there. I guess it's Jinx's turn on the fresher mediums to have a little look at Callum then. As Jose's in. Jose's made the first call. So Jose's made the first call. He'll be going on to the hard tyres to the end at this point.
No problem from here. No problem from here at all.
It's just how much longer does Mystic want to go, and can Jose be quick on his outlap on these tyres? As he does drop to 6th with a little bit of traffic. A little bit of traffic ahead of him, but it shouldn't be too hard to get past these guys.
Ahead of him is still to pit though.
Oh, Jinx making a little mistake at the final time. I was about to say if he can get a good run here, he'll get Callum, but he made a small mistake. But he still could get Callum here. Callum tries to go defensive, but Jinx says, "Nope, I'm here. Thank you very much." And I think Jinx has got the move done. Yep, there we go. So, I think, I don't know actually. Callum's still very close.
Hang on.
He must have a little fight back. But I would imagine Jinx is going to run away on these fresher mediums to Callum's hards. Though Callum's hards won't be too bad of a condition right now. As they go, Mystic comes in. Mystic comes in a lap later than Jose, so this is going to come down to, will Jose get Mystic? And has Jose been held up here by Button?
He's definitely losing a little bit of time. He's losing time now.
Mystic has been released.
He gets out of the way. That's very, 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 very conservative.
Yeah, Mystic doing that extra lap. Look, he's lost it. He's
yeah.
Gone 2.3 seconds behind, and now Jose's going to need to get past Button and put a car between them. And I think he's going to have that done with ease. There we go. With ease. And then next up is Sync Norris, who we would imagine would be pitting in the next lap. I would imagine.
Yeah. No, his tyres don't look too bad from where I sit at the moment. But yeah, they're not very usable at this point, to be honest. What about what the two Williams do at the front? Which one of them goes first? Because obviously they're not going to stack as they're too close. So
They are too close, yeah. So it's, I think,
so Giant might well be in here.
Yeah, there
yes.
goes.
No.
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 He was
I guess not.
hesitant. He was hesitant.
He thought about it.
I don't know.
Thought about it. Maybe he should have gone for it at first, but anyway, never mind.
That hesitation is going to cost him some time, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jose's right on the back of St. Norris now. He needs to get past him quickly so he can start reeling in these guys at the front on his fresher set of tyres, and then he might even be able to jump those at the pit stop.
Here we go. Jose's making a move now.
Done with these.
With ease.
No point Norris even arguing it, and
nope, I don't think he did, to be fair. I think he just like, yeah, you take your line, I'll just I'll follow you around, mate.
And that, to be fair, is what St. Norris could do for this lap, because considering he's continued on as well, he can just follow Jose, try to be dragged along a little bit. It won't last for too long considering how old his tyres are, but it'll help him a little bit towards the end of the race where he gets dragged a little bit at this stage.
Yeah. He seems to be struggling at this phase.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Button just seems to be reeling him in very quite easily, so yeah, I'd imagine he will be pitting. I'm just curious about the Williams still at the front. Zala's in, that means Giant has to go again.
Giant has to go again, yeah. That's not going to be ideal. I think this lap could cost him. I can definitely see the wear
still have fresher tyres at the end, so
definitely show on those tyres, so
judgment call.
He's still managing to get the power down, so to be fair to him, he's definitely still got a chance of doing something in this lap, but there you go, look, Cesaro coming out, ooh, a good 3.5 seconds ahead of Jose. Oh no, not quite 3.5, maybe just 3. It's roughly around the 3-second mark, and I mean, I think he has lost some time there though, so to be fair, Jose has gained a little bit on these guys, and with what it was, with the gap between Cesaro and Giant that they had, Jose could jump Giant here. Jose is on these tyres that he's already warmed up, just reeling that gap in even more. Okay, right, we're going to watch Giant here as he comes out of the second to last corner, and he should be going into the pits. Here we go. He's made a mistake going into the pits. That's going to cost him some time. Does get the car slowed down though, so there's no 5 seconds penalty to be added to the end of his race for that one. But I think Jose is going to get him with ease. Yep, look at this. He's only just got into the pit box, and Jose's coming across the start-finish line. He might even lose out to Mystic here. Oh, it's going to be close. They're going to be racing as he comes out the pits, and Mystics is already going to have his tyres warmed up. So it's going to be a tough one for Giant to fight.
It's been a while since I spoke. I thought I'd jump in. You seem to be having a good time, so I just thought I'd let you get on with it for a lap or two.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Mystic and Giant now. Very strange battle, given that they haven't been close to each other all race, and now all of a sudden they're battling on similar tyres, so it's going to be weird to see what happens. But IGN Legends all the way down in P13, not the race he was hoping for, but still going. So
yeah, with a track like this, you never know how many people are going to retire, so he could still put himself into at least getting a point if people start to make mistakes. It's a very easy track to do it. I think the guy to watch now though is going to be Button as he's coming up to be back into St. Norris. Both of them on fresh tyres, with Button's on the faster set. And what we see do here is Button's just going to line himself up It's going to look to get a good run out of the final turn and do what everyone else has been doing and do it into turn 1.
Yeah, seems to
Oh,
be
he's had to hesitate
preferred
with the power
thing
down
to
though,
do,
he was so
but
close to St. Norris.
yeah, that hesitation could cost him.
I don't know, it's going to be close. They're definitely going to be side by side. Although, look at the braking there from Button. Absolutely beautiful job.
Oh dear. I'm aware that I'm going to be in trouble after this race.
Oh no.
It's raining in Tier 5, so I'm in trouble.
Oh! Okay, yeah, well, shit.
Oh. That's twice in a week. Don't like it.
Your jinx is too much, mate. Your curse, honestly, like...
I've got to stop this. Why
You
is it only
cursed
the
me in
people I
my
like?
race in another league. You constantly curse Barry, right?
Sorry, Barry.
And now you twice in 1 week said it's gonna rain in the race for this league and another league, and it's happened. Stop. Right, what are we looking at here? Mystic. Mystic is, he dropped without, outside that 1 second gap briefly, but he's managed to catch up again about 2.5, 3 temps. So maybe he's just, he's had to think about saving some of his ERS, which it definitely looks like he's low on, whereas the Giant has 73% to play with. So, Mystic on the back foot while being behind.
Giant has mode 0 as well. So yeah. Not to add insult to injury or anything, but
Just
going in front of you, not using any, and he's pulling away.
Well, he wasn't pulling away just then, but obviously without using any while he's still in front, and he's just saving and saving and saving, whereas Mystic is going to have nothing to use down these straights, and then watch Giant as he comes onto the start-finish straight. He'll either leave it in high or he'll chuck it up to overtake. He'll probably leave it on high though and use a minimal amounts just to pull that gap a little bit. And there you go, it's the same as when the lap started compared to last lap, so... Giant doing a fantastic job of managing his ERS just to keep himself in that 3rd place for now. Yes, he may not be catching the car ahead, but I think right now his fight is with Mystic in 4th.
Yeah, it's plain to see that that's going to be a fight that I'm looking forward to seeing in the closing stages. And we're on lap 22, I think now, yeah, 22 of 35. And the two Ferraris look like they're going to be battling very shortly. Again. So that could be something. Chris down in P11, Legends P12 has finally jumped the ghost car of Barry, who... yeah. So let's just say it's a 12 car field now.
Yep, it is definitely a 12 car field, and so all the Legends needs is 2 cars to retire, and he'll be in the points. As I say that, he picks up a penalty.
Legends he scores.
Oh, Button here actually on the back of Callum as well, so there's a couple battles forming. I don't know which one to watch though. I mean, they're both about the same gap, so it's just who's going to make the move first. I think it could be Button on Callum with them coming up the final couple corners. Button could be the one that looks into turn 1, as Jinx is now into the pits, and I would imagine going on to... Actually, I don't know. I want to say a set of softs, but I feel like they're not going to go that far, so... Another set of mediums, there you go.
Yeah, softs
You
will
go,
not
Button
make it
into
from
turn
here.
1 on the outside. Callum's nicely defending it. Callum's going to have to leave him room on the outside. They're taking forever to come out of the corner, there we go. And Button's actually managed that. He's just managed to get a very nice drive compared to Callum. But to be fair, Callum is on 21 lap olds. He hards at this time in the race. So, kind of makes sense as Legends has retired. As I say, you need 2 cars to retire, Legends. You retire yourself. Sir.
I
didn't mean you as one of them. Well, that takes us down to an 11 car field then. because we're not including Barry, obviously, as he's been AI the whole race. To be fair, his AI hasn't actually been doing too bad, so maybe, Barry, that's the technique. Just pause the game.
Yeah, Ferraris are still not really making inroads into each other. They're just plodding along down P8 and 9 respectively for Norris and Damage.
Yeah, maybe
Jones is trying to reel them in.
maybe they've managed to talk to each other and they said, look, let's put each other along and try and catch the car ahead, or at least try and open the gap from behind, just to try and get some more out of this race. Because let's be honest, battling for 9th and 8th and 9th, I should say, is not going to really be worth it, is it? They might as well use each other to try and get closer to another car.
Exactly. They are teammates, and I guess teammates for a reason. They need to help each other.
I mean, I was on board with Damage there, and he did not use his DRS in the second DRS bit, so maybe what I'm saying is actually true for once, and they are actually going to maybe use each other. Although he's now dropped about that one with outside.
Low on fuel though.
So
yeah, he's got fuel issues at the moment, so we'll sort that out.
His teammate definitely catching up to Callum, so he can stick with his teammate there or thereabouts, even if it's not with DRS. You could see him making up on position as well, but Chris is now right on the back here. Chris has suddenly come out of nowhere. I swear he was like 2 seconds behind a minute ago.
He was. When I started commenting on the two Ferraris, he was like 2.5, 3 seconds back, and now all of a sudden he's about...
Oh, Damage has made a massive mistake on the braking.
That's a bad line there. Yeah, he's got to lose time down there. And is that lag going on there?
I think there was a little bit of lag there. Oh my god, I'm saying like both of them. Whoever I'm on board with, the other car is lagging, so that was interesting on my end. But there you go, Chris should have this done on those faster set of tyres. And yeah, look, with ease, with absolute ease, Chris has done that. So now, St. Norris needs to really get a move on, otherwise Chris is going to be there with him.
He will be, yeah. I'm just looking at the gaps everywhere else. Jinx is now through Damage as well, so Damage is really not with the races at the moment. He's got some sort of issue. Low fuel, low ERS management, and older tyres than everyone around him. It's not going well for him right now, but he's still out there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Yellow Gamer does as well. He's gone on for another lap on his 21 lap old hards, but he still has another 9 laps to go. So
it's going to be... I said it earlier, I don't think he can make the end from there. I think there's just not enough. Because I know what I did.
That would total 30 laps on the hards, and that'd be impressive, but Callum would even be more stretching for even more of a feat, really. He's on 24 laps as it currently stands on his hards, and
yeah,
as I say, 9 laps to go.
They both have issues, really. To be fair, they both have issues. But we'll see what actually happens.
Yellow's in a better position.
I could be wrong.
I think if he was to pit now, he'd only lose a position at the button.
Yeah.
So it'd only drop him back to 6th. Whereas if Callum pitted now, he would lose. He'd go all the way down to 11th, without question. So does Callum just YOLO it and hope it works?
I guess you're gonna have to.
Unless he pitted for a set of softs and absolutely
glitched
it around the track, yeah.
If he doesn't pit now, he's probably going to try and go to the end, but that's probably not wise. But, you know, I'm just sitting in an imaginary commentary box doing this, and they're actually racing, so we'll see what he does. And he looks like he's elected to go on.
There you go. As well, Chris is on the back of Sync.
There we go.
Actually, interestingly enough, Yellow on those 22 lap old tyres has actually just made a position on Mystic. So he's still going strong.
I have seen that, yeah. Yeah, it's... Well, Mystic seems to be the one on old tyres. He just can't keep it straight at the moment. Like,
Chris has managed to get past the
Universe.
sink as well, and anonymous damage into the pits. I'm going to assume he has damage because he's only done 50. Well, that was just his 50th lap on this tyre. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
He's having to change his front wing. So, unfortunately for him, he can now go for fastest lap, but it doesn't mean anything because he's not inside the top 10. Speaking of which, who does have fastest lap right now? It's actually Jinx, who's currently at 10th, so he would pick up 2 points this race. But he is on the back of some of the other guys, so he could make up more as of yet. He's getting right on the gearbox of St. Norris. He really wants his position on him. He's very, very, very fresh set of mediums, I have to say. He's going to be troublesome, not just for Sink here, but for Chris, who's also on the mediums, who have done double the laps that Jinx has done, and then for Callum as well.
Callum is just ahead as well, yeah.
Jinx could put himself right up into 7th place, just in these final stages. Yeah, fantastic move done.
Yeah, it's a good
there.
move, and he'll be after Chris. It shouldn't take him long. Though Chris is on mediums as well, so it won't be as easy as, say, catching up to Callum and passing Callum, who
won't be as easy,
as I say, may well end up with rear punctures or something. But we'll see. Oh dear. It's really teaming it down in tier 5.
You are definitely in trouble there,
I am so gonna hear that after the stream. I wonder if bribery works.
No, I told you this Wednesday. It doesn't work.
On you, I mean, still gonna try.
Okay, look, Jinx closing the gap slowly on Chris. Chris absolutely coming up to the back of Callum in that final sector as well. So Callum's going to be looking back and thinking, oh no, maybe I should have pitted.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
it's still not too late. You can swing into the
if he pits now, he does only drop to 10th. So
yeah,
but he will be in no man's land. That is the thing. So
he will be, but there's a potential for fastest lap if he wants to go for it. Yeah, that's really all he can do at this point. He either tries to ride it out and probably may not do that. Pit now for it to come out in 10th. And get a point anyway.
The thing that's dangerous about this track, about riding it out to the end of tyres that are these old, is the whole track, you can't, like, obviously to save tyres you need to be avoiding curbs and stuff. This track is all about hitting those apexes. You don't hit those apexes, you're not taking a good line as they go to nice damage going fastest. It's not by a lot though.
No points for P12.
Having a quick look at Jinx. Yes, only by like half a tenth, which is surprising.
Yeah, you would think it would be a bit of a bigger gap with the tyre differential, but anyway, credit to him, he's got no points for fastest lap in P12. But there we go.
Oh, Jinx is trying to go around the outside of Callum there, but he just couldn't do it. Callum just put his car in there.
Just has no turning. His tyres are absolutely ruined at this point. By the
I'd imagine Jinx is going to take a bit of a dive. Callum's still trying to defend it. He's still trying to defend it, though. I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's just not going to help your tyre wear.
That's,
if I'm honest,
cost Jinx time to Chris. So maybe
it has.
Maybe that's what he was doing.
That was his plan.
Maybe he's trying to hold him up so his teammate has a better chance of walking over 7th. That
possibly.
It's not a bad strategy, to be fair to them. That is the team game, and we do like to see some team games being played, as Mystic is now catching right up to the back of YOLO again. So YOLO got past him, but Mystic is on these fresher tyres, finally got himself into the groove and just... He's there. He's ready. As none of his damage is out now. I think that's what he wanted. Fastest lap. You know it means nothing, but he was like, I got fastest lap. I'm done.
Yeah, well, points for everyone then.
Yep, as long
unless somebody crashes in the top 10, and then no points for Harry, whatever happens.
So yeah, at this point, no matter what, if anyone was to pit now, they walk away with 10th. So, at least.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible. And at this point, I think if I was Callum, if Sink catches me,
Which he
what I
probably
would
will
personally do, yeah, which he probably will do,
eventually.
I would personally just go into the pits, especially if he catches it quickly. If it's second to last lap and he catches, maybe try and defend it. But say if he catches him by towards the end of lap 33, if I was him, I would just go, right, you're going to have that position. I'm going to pit, and I'm still going to earn those 2 points by having fastest lap. That's what I would personally do, especially now that he just picked up a naughty engine point. I don't know what the penalties are for everyone, but that's not going to help him keep ninth, that's for sure.
Certainly won't.
As Jinx, actually, I'll tell you what, I know he's on a slightly fresher set of tyres than Chris, but he has caught Chris right back up now. And he has still got a lot of ERS to play with as well, so Jinx absolutely flying right now, I have to say. And he's gonna look to do what everyone else has done this. I feel like I just keep repeating myself because everyone's doing this move. They're lining themselves up here. They get into the DRS. They get in the slipstream. And then, oh my god, why does everyone do that? If they're defending the inside, just go around the outside. The outside is possible on this track around turn 1. It just is. I've proved it before. But there you go. Jinx is passed, put himself into 7th.
Norris in for softs, wants fastest lap.
He wants fastest lap. Well, in that case, guess what I would do as Callum?
I would have already done it, to be honest, but I'm curious as to see what his tyres will be on, though, to be honest.
I don't want to know. In all honesty, I don't want to faint.
Yeah, it's got to be scary and perilous out there.
Actually, Mystic managed to get past YOLO. I'm not going to lie, I didn't see that until just now.
Yeah.
And now I
did briefly go and have a look, see what was going on, but I didn't really say too much about it, as all the action seems to be in the lower reaches of the top 10 today for once. All the leaders have just sodded off into the distance.
To what races we've seen before, obviously I don't know what last week's was like, I haven't had a chance to watch it, and we weren't there obviously, but every other race we've had so far has been quite manic throughout the field, with a lot of batting going on. This one's been a little bit quieter.
Callum's in.
Yep, Callum's in, so he's going to go for that fastest lap as well, and if he can keep that 9th off of St. Norris, not only will he score those 2 points, he'll gain another one from fastest lap, so if he can do it.
He'll keep 9th.
But
unless penalties.
He might have to just take him. I don't know. Let's see, shall we? Seems to be the only interesting thing going on. So, no, he does keep it. Keeps it easy.
Wow.
Gap is just slightly smaller than it was, to be fair. So it's just going to be a case of who's going to have fastest lap, and it's going to go between these two. So that's going to be an interesting little battle, even if it's not on track.
Just similarities to Monaco this track. I just remember that when we were at Monaco, Jinx won by a year, and now he's just in the midfield, P7, all in his own little world. It's mad how taking off one assist can change your races, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and to be fair, especially when it's the line assist, I know personally, and I know a lot of other drivers do it as well, they don't necessarily use the line as a perfect breaking point.
That's surely not the right lap to do that on.
Lap 34, I mean, he will get the final lap
really
to go for fastest lap.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't really give you a lot of time to go for it, but...
He'll say one lap, he'll have the freshest tyres, the track will be in its most rubbered-in thing. He's just got to get them warmed up on this start lap.
Guess I'll look at P10. Guess I've got to look at P10 and think Norris for now will get the extra point. Jinx gets a naughty engine point.
Yep, so 18 dead is the time to beat. I imagine St. Norris is still going to try and improve on that, but as it currently stands, you've got Callum and Chris. Well, Callum's going to go for it on this lap at least. You'll see Chris go for on the next one as Cesaro's started his final lap. So,
yep,
that's
think it's another engine point as well for his trouble. This is it's not been the usual tier 4 race that we've come to know and love over the season, has it? Been very.
No, but Hungary
seems to
normally
be
tends to be a little bit more died
in a
down,
way.
doesn't it? And
yeah, it does, to be honest.
it's just the nature of Hungary. We'll go on to Belgium next week, which will be hopefully a bit better. It's a better racing track, but it's such a long track that we could see more mistakes, more fatigue from drivers. It's Belgium's a hard one to call whether it's going to be a good race or not. I think it just depends on the conditions. There you go, Callum going fastest 17.7. Will Sync Norris beat it? Nope,
Wow.
Sync Norris doesn't beat it. Right, so it's going to be, I think, on Chris. I think Chris is going to be the biggest contender for it right now.
Yeah, you would hope so. But anyway, Cesaro comes round the final corner. It's been a while, but he's back on the top step of that podium. Can't remember the last time he won, but I think it was probably before Monaco, in all fairness. But anyway, Jose P2, very good drive. Giant P3 just behind by less than a second. Mystic should take P4, unless there's a monumental penalty we're not aware of. He will come home across the line with no
Does have
fuel.
a penalty because that time did increase.
Somehow,
so Yellow's going to get him.
Yellow
There you go.
Gets his tyres to the end. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
That is
Ready to
unbelievable.
P4.
GG to him. Great start
Well done,
to
Jeff.
his
James.
career in ILR. I'll tell you that. Oh.
James will keep P7. Chris Jones is low on fuel as well, but can he get fastest lap?
Yeah, that's the biggest question, really, isn't it? Is he going to do it?
We're going to find out very shortly.
Definitely
Looks
using all the fuel he's
like
got.
he could be
Runs
close.
Slightly wide. He
Nope.
doesn't do it. He doesn't do
I
it.
don't think that was even close. In the end.
Talon doesn't do it either. Does
Norris,
Norris
the final
improve?
point.
No.
Well then, there you go.
Right. Do. Wait for things to come up so I can take my normal little photo to give me reference to, and let's do the quick race rundown. So DNS going from the back: Clenzo, Deer Hunter, Legends, Damage, and we'll include Barry in that one considering he never actually started. Then your top 10 and your only 10 to finish is Sync Norris, Callum, who gets fastest lap, and I'll tell you what, it's actually only fastest lap by about half a tenth, not a lot in it at all, with Chris taking 8th just ahead of him. Then you got Jinx and Button, Mystic, YOLO. Then your top 3 is the Giant, Jose, and Cesala. Time to invite them. Everyone has joined. Right, well, if you could all make sure you include your audio. And we'll jump straight on to the podium talk. And starting with 3rd place, Giant. You had a decent qualifying. You managed to put yourself in 2nd on the medium tyres, just behind the pole sitter YOLO. Didn't quite get the start you wanted. You were side by side with your teammate, and you and your teammate and the runner were having a bit of a battle. Then you and your teammate were very close up to the first pit, and then you hesitated to pit before him, and you continued on for another lap, as well. And then he pitted the next lap, meaning he has to do another one, and I believe that cost you some time. So, just run us through that hesitation and how much time it really cost you.
Yeah, I mainly hesitated because I'd seen Hossu had pitted early, so I wanted to react to him, but as Cesala's my teammate, I couldn't tell. I was at the distance where I couldn't tell whether he'd gone in the pits properly or not. So, on the one where I properly hesitated, I I thought he hadn't pitted, and so I went in, and then I was like, oh, he might have, because I just couldn't tell. Even though later I found out it pops up quite nice and early for you to say they were in the pits. So yeah, that cost me time to Harsu, but it made the fight back towards him at the end pretty interesting. Unfortunately, I fell a lap or two short of catching him. I'd got into DRS on the straight just before the finish line. But yeah, to be honest, Hungary's not a strong track for me anyway. I was lucky with the qualifying conditions and being the one able to make use of it by being the fastest medium runner. And then, yeah, Cesar's starts are pretty much always ridiculous anyway. And I thought he would have been faster than he was. So I was more than content in just sticking behind him, not doing anything stupid to make sure I got a good result. But yeah, second was probably possible, but I'll take third.
Yeah, second was definitely possible, but third still not a terrible result, considering that's the hesitation and being sat so close behind your teammate. But yeah, congratulations on that third place, and
Thanks.
hopefully you pick up some more points in the latter stages of this season.
Yeah, it's been going well for me recently.
And now on to second place, as we like to call you, Jose, because we never remember how to pronounce your game attacks. So, and I don't want reminding because I'll forget by next week as well. So yeah, you started seventh on the grid. So it's been a fantastic race for you. I can't remember what tyres you started on for the life of me, because I only remember about like the top 3 or 4, in all honesty. But as I say, you started 7th, so you made up a good 5 places in this race, and it just looked like your strategy played well into your hands, really.
Yeah, I made a really bad start because on turn 1 I think I was like 9th, but then turn 2 there was an incident and I was on the inside, and I took advantage and I moved up to 4th. Then I stayed behind both Williams, and with my setup I didn't have any straight line speed, so I knew I had to undercut Giant. While training I knew from lap 14 I could go to the end at Giant and cover it, and he paid out really nice for me. I had a 5-second gap to Giant. I knew that was really fast, so I didn't bother to watch him. And then at the end, my tires were gone, but I managed to hold on Giant, and really nice.
Yeah, fantastic job from you. As you say, you had your difficulties in that race, but still managing to walk away with second place is a fantastic, at least, recovery from the start, considering the start you had. But fantastic points to pick up, and not often we see you up on the podium, so it's got to be a happy thoughts from yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, and I try to be here again.
Well, we hope to see you up here again. It's great to see different drivers up here, and you're definitely a different one for this week. So yeah, well done on second place, and good points for yourself and McLaren. And so, on to our race winner, Sazala. You started yourself in 4th. I say I remember the top 4 tyres. I don't actually remember what you were on. I think it was the mediums. Yeah, you were on the mediums.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got an absolutely astonishing launch. Ended up being side by side with your teammate into turn 1, like I said earlier. And then your battle was really with the Renault after that. It looked like you guys had a bit of contact going through turn 2. And you managed to walk away unscathed, but it meant he had to pit to replace his front wing, unfortunately for him. But again, he did a great recovery. And then after that, you kind of just controlled the gap to your teammate, and then at the end of that race, you just had it easy by the looks of things.
Yeah. The start, I don't really get how I got that good start. I had no wheel spin at all, so I had a really good launch. And then with the Renault incident, well, we were side by side going up to turn 4, and then I lost the back end, and then he was behind me, so I had to brake. So I think he hit the back of me off the track. So I think that's what happened. I'm not sure, but Yeah, other than that, it's quite a good race. A few scary moments, going up turn 4 on that bump and hitting the curb a few times, but kept it clean. Managed to pull through.
Yeah, you say a few scary moments. Who doesn't have scary moments around Hungary? It's that kind of
I
track.
know. Yeah.
But yeah, as I say, pretty simple race. No real second question for you, to be honest with you. But well done on picking up the win.
Yes.
And it's not the first time we've seen you up here, but it has been a little while.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, double podium for the Williams. So I'd imagine that's
Yeah,
great
really good
news for
points.
the team.
Yeah.
And
might
yeah,
second lead of constructors, depending. I'm not
Ooh.
quite sure, but we were up there.
we'll have to look into that for next week. I do need to look at the points, so I can talk about that more next week. But yeah, so well done to all of you guys on the podium, and well done to every other driver who finished the race and also started it. No digs at you there, Barry. And I'll hand back over to Mackie to close out the stream.
Thanks, great job tonight. As you said, congrats to everyone that finished and I guess started, and again, the curse of Barry lives on through me, and sorry Barry, I don't know what we gotta do to get you some points, dude. Like, last week I wasn't here and you still couldn't race, so that's not on me. Anyway, I'll end this stream. Good night everybody, see you next week.